Rabotai, we are here learning about Teshuva. Teshuva, in the name in Orchot Sadikim, Amar Rabbi Akiva quotes the Gemara. Shiv'a devarim kadmu le'olam. 7 things were created before the whole world was created. 7 things that were created before the world. One of them, torah. Torah was created before the world. Gan Eden, Gehinam, was created before the world was created. Kisei HaKavod, everybody knows the Hashem's throne was created before the whole world. The Beit HaMikdash, the name of Mashiach. And the 7th thing, what we know one of the 7 things were Teshuva. Teshuva, you see how great Teshuva is, that it was created before the entire world was created. Hashem put it in the world, before the world. You see how important it is. It's on the not like it's on the situations. It's a wild thing. Now, why is that? You have to know the ikad of Bri'ah, the main part of the whole world is what? Hashem created the world for what? So for the Adam to strive and grow, for a human being to uplift himself through this world. He's supposed to take this world and uplift yourself through this world. And whatever you need to get closer to Hashem, how do you uplift this world? By using this world to get closer to God. So whatever you need to get close to God, whatever you need to get close to Hashem, that already you're uplifting that item. Let's say, for example, a person needs some, let's say he needs a drink or water. So now what do you need the water for? In order to dehydrate yourself to continue going and serving Hashem. That water, you're uplifting that whole water, right? That's what happened with Yaakov Avinu. What happened with Yaakov Avinu? Yaakov Avinu, when he was lying down to sleep, when he went back to Adam Moriah, it says all the rocks were fighting, oh, let him be on me, let him be on me, let him be on me. Every rock wanted Yaakov, when he would sleep, to rest his head on that. Why? Because it would uplift that rock. It'll uplift it. Why? Because he's using it in order the tzaddik, the fact that the tzaddik is using something, obviously anything he's using it all to get close to Hashem. It's the same thing with Har Sinai. What did Har Sinai? All the mountains were fighting, let the Torah be on me. Who cares where the Torah is on? The mountain understands. You uplift the mountain when you're using it for a purpose of Kedusha. That's exactly what we're saying over here. The whole world was created for that. Let's say, for example, I'll give you an example. Let's say you have a guy, they tell him, the doctor say, oh, this guy, we need to kill 1 million elephants in order to get a pint of blood from it, whatever it is, to filter it, this, that, and we have to smear it on his body and then he'll be healthy. 1 million elephants, you go great, well, we'll let the guy die, What would you say? Huh? No, you crazy, you're crazy. You can let him die. 10 million elephants. How much elephant? Think about it. You know how many cows we kill? Hatzalat nefesh. How many cows do we kill for steak? How many steaks is there in the world? How many steaks? How many steaks, Jack? How many steaks is there? You know how many cows they kill a day?
You know how many they slaughter and how many
slaughter? Yeah.
How many they slaughter? How many
But the point being is what is you'd say yourself. What do you mean? What you uplift this? You say animal rights. That no, you're not understanding. You uplift the cow when you're eating the steak in order to serve Hashem. You're getting strength now to serve Hashem. You're doing a tikkun. It's wow. You're uplifting it. That's its purpose. Its purpose is to serve a man, to serve God. That is its purpose. So 1 million elephants. You kill him for the blood, for that guy to smear, to him live, so therefore he could go ahead and serve Hashem. Yeah, you can do it. What do you mean? It's a big number, it's this, it's that, it's that. You understand? You have Adam, Pikuah Nefesh, Adam. You see how holy you are. You see how wild you are. You see the whole world was created for you to serve Hashem, for you to do that. You're taking this world and you're uplifting it by serving Him. That's what you're doing. It's worth it. It's worth it. A person said a statement to me yesterday, Rabbi Batty. He says, you should just know, Rabbi Palacci, it was worth it for you to create the Beit Midrash, Derech Emet Torah Center. This whole worth it. Besides all the good that came out, everything good, it's worth it for this guy, Mike Fax. I was like, what do you mean? He says, you know how much he grew just from the place? Just from this place. One guy. One guy. How much we invested in the place, in everything, in all the hard work that we did, in all the funding and the investments that was put in. He tells me it's all worth it. For one guy, I said, why? He says, because look, he utilized it and he grew to the next level. He utilized the place. That's one person. Imagine everybody else. That's just one. He's just pointing one. I'm bringing out a point. The whole world was created. You have to understand, the Alta Mikelm said, the whole world would have been worth it to be created for one person to answer one Baruch Hu Baruch Shemo and the world be shut down. Worth it. Why? Because you elevated it. You don't know what it is. The Hafetz Haim, when he wrote the Mishnah, when he wrote the what's it called, the Sefer Hafetz Haim, right? The Shmirat HaLashon. So he said like this. He said, they bring down that you don't know what he sacrificed in order to do it and everything. He says, worth it for him to work so hard to write the Sefer Hafetz Haim, right? That one person, just one person, opens it up. One person opens it up and stops speaking Lashon Hara for one time. It's worth for him to write the whole Sefer. You heard that, Mike? It's worth of him, but that one time. And why? Perei Oetz brings down, in the Zikuy Arabim, I believe he says it, that it's worth it for a person to come down to this world, write a Sefer, write one Sefer, and after he wrote it, 1,000 years later, nobody saw the Sefer, nobody saw anything about it. 1,000 years later, a guy is walking, and he sees the Sefer, he opens up the book, he gets chizuk, wow, and he just says, I love you Hashem. He gets a feeling of like, he gets chizuk to get close to Hashem. And after that's all done, they take the book, they put in Genizah, nobody ever sees the book again. It's worth it for that guy, for that one. It was worth it for that other guy to be created, for that one person that comes. Could you imagine what Hayim is, what life is? You understand what's going on over here? This is a very big important point. He says the whole world is worth it for this world. And now he says, imagine, Has v'shalom, there won't be Teshuva. Imagine which generation will survive. You understand? Think about it for a second. There's no Tshuva. Okay, which generation will survive? The guy sins, that's it. He'll die right away on the spot. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. Midad Adin. If the guy looks at something he's not supposed to look at, blind on the spot, that's Midad Adin. A guy speaks Lashon Hara right on the spot, his tongue falls out of his mouth. Midad Adin. A guy hears Lashon Hara, the guy goes deaf. Midad Adin. The guy walks away he's not supposed to walk to, finish. The guy is paralyzed for life. Midad Adin. But Hashem has Tshuva. But you have to do the Tshuva, because without the Tshuva, the whole world wouldn't exist. Think about it. Which generation can survive? Therefore, you have to understand and utilize the power of Teshuva.